What's good, YouTube? Your boy Danny Mac coming to you with another video. This time I'm basically going to give you a couple of tips, that'll help you out to win most of your draft mode games. I would say all, but yeah, I can't promise that, so I don't want to lie. But you definitely will win more games. I think these tips will help you win more games. Yeah. As you can see here from my little thing that I have here, at this point I've won 9 and haven't lost any. And, not to brag, but I have never not gotten 10 wins. I always get 10 wins in draft mode before I get 3 losses. I rarely even lose, but I've lost 1 in 2 games. Most of them I might lose 1 or 0, but I think I've lost twice, 2 games, 2 or 3 times. And I've gotten, you can look at my channel, I just double checked, I have 31 different draft ascension board videos, and they all have 31 picks, unless I missed one or something. But I don't remember ever not getting all 31 picks. So just a little background on, that I do win at draft mode. And this help you out in limited too, believe it or not. All right, so this first game right here, as you can see on Eddie Mendez, he has Chris Paul in his starting lineup and Scottie Pippen. He has 2 amethysts in his lineup right there. And this is current games where you want to, get your, you start off with your 3 dark matters or whatever. I have a diamond and a amethyst in my lineup too, but I put in my better point guard Steph Curry, and I put in Sean Marion for Karl Malone, whereas he left Chris Paul in there and he left Scottie Pippen. And as you can see from here, he has some better options basically. So Scottie Pippen might need to leave him in there, even though he has Victor Oladipo who can play small forward. Oladipo's 6'4", so that's a difference. But yeah, I'd have put in Oladipo. And he had Dwayne Wade, who was a 98 Galaxy Opal, to play point guard. So I'd definitely put him in over Steph Curry. So basically, a lot of people save, what I've noticed in draft mode and limited mode too, a lot of people save their better, they like to have 2 players, I guess. They like to have 2 teams. So they'll have like 3 or 4 of their best players on one team and then save at least 2 or 3 players on their other team or whatever. I also just showed you a couple of my settings in case you were interested in that. So we're about to start this off, and so I'm going to show you what happens during the game and stuff. So basically, I go at whoever I know is the weak link. So that's something, So I noticed this. Like I said, he got Chris Paul. So I've got Steph Curry. So my Steph Curry's a pink diamond. His Chris Paul's an amethyst, and then I got at the small forward, I got Glenn Rice, who's a dark matter, going against his amethyst Scottie Pippen. So throughout the game, it's going to, it's not going to be a long game. And also, I guess, what I'm trying to say is what happens a lot is that guys do that. They start off without their best players, and before they know it, like at least when they play me, they down 8 or 9, and they end up, rage quitting before they even put in their best player. So my advice is definitely, start off with your best 5 that you got, because you may play them. I play them the whole game sometimes. Just depends how it's going. But, and a lot of times people will. Another thing is, I notice, like, I keep my starting 5 in a lot of times the whole game, but definitely a lot of times people will put in a second 5. So even if they do start off with their best 5, a lot of times when the second quarter starts, let's say, they'll put in a new 5, which is, it's going to, and at this point late in the year, it's probably going to be more amethyst, and it might have a pink diamond in there too. It'll give a Galaxy Opal, depending on how good your team is. But a lot of times it won't be as good. Now I'll end up keeping my starting 5 in there, even though they're quote unquote tired. Tired in here is kind of, they're still pretty good, and I end up going on a quick 7 or 9 run or something, and they end up quitting. So like I said, so my first advice is put your best team in to start the game. Because I'm coming, guys, I'm coming, and for you, just you go at their weakest player when you can. If you have a mismatch, you got to feed that mismatch as the offensive player. So right now he's already down 7. Now he's down 5. So my best mismatches is Steph Curry against Chris Paul. And so right there, I just went with Steph Curry, was able to beat him up front. And then my next best mismatch would be Glenn Rice against Scottie Pippen. That one's even a worse mismatch because you're talking about a 99. And see, he shot that long 3 with Scottie. Now, Scottie was one of those dark matters, that probably would go in. But Amethyst Scotty's not making those too often. So I'm really helping off of Scotty. They don't catch up to him. And yeah, so Scotty didn't play well for him. And we up 15-6 right now. He calls a timeout. So I think he's going to make some changes and stuff. And maybe put in his best players and keep going. But as you can see, basically, he paused. He was about to come out the timeout, then he paused it again. And he get the quit. It wasn't so much a rage quit, but it was a quit. And like I said, he hadn't used his best players. So he left his best players on the bench, and I get a quick win. You know, that took, you know, you saw it was barely in the first, it was still in the first quarter. And I got a quick win. Now, this next game here, we got he's got John Stockton, a diamond, and RJ Barrett, a ruby. Now, as you see here, I'm changing my lineup. I'm putting Marion in, and I'm putting Steph Curry in. He took a little while, like about 7 seconds to even start. So he wasn't ready. So that's another thing. Be ready to change your lineup right away. So you see, he's trying to figure out where to put. He's trying to see who he can put in for Stockton. He doesn't know that already. You got to know your team already. He finally figured out, Jalen Green. Okay, I'll put Jalen Green in for Stockton. Then he's about to put Drexler back in for Barrett, but he runs out of time. So now he's got RJ Barrett in the game. I'm like, he's got RJ Barrett. He's got a Ruby in the game, an early Ruby at that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited because I got that Ruby to go against. So that's the main advantage, as you see, because I got Pink Diamond Steph, but he has Diamond Jalen Green. That's a fair matchup. As you can see, Jalen just goes right at it right there. So we tied at 2. So my mismatch, and like I said, you don't always have to use your mismatch, but know who your mismatch is, and you definitely got. So always going to be, until he makes a change, I'm going at RJ Barrett if I have to, if I can. Good play right there. So I guess another big lesson, know your lineup beforehand so you'll be prepared to make the changes that you need to make to get your best team in there. Now I'm having a good run. I mean, it is what it is too. So like I said, but you do have that extra confidence when you got the better team, and the only reason I have the better team is because he did not put in his best players because he wasn't prepared to get it started at the beginning. Oh, good block. So even though I'm not exactly stopping to go at RJ Barrett, we up 8-2, so we doing what we got to do. Playing good D. Baited him into taking that jump shot and then was able to get back to him. So he was 33% covered, but he got the rebound, and it is what it is. So right there, I'm like, I got Siakam on Barrett. What? Come on, Siakam just gonna go straight to the hole. I ain't have to do no moves or nothing. And so that's what you're looking for in these games, the draft mode and definitely the limited. So like I said, that's just my opinion. Don't use, don't worry about having 2 good lineups. Have your best guys out there to start the game, because a lot of times, if you don't have your best lineup against good players, you're gonna get mad and frustrated and kind of forget that you got better players on the bench. And if you get down like this, before you know it, you're going to end up quitting. DeRozan, Jalen Green. Good defense right there. And so these are just some tips to help you out in draft mode, because it definitely... RJ had a nice move there. I thought the shot clock would run out, but it did not. As you see, I still got the arms. So right there, pull up, boom. So, and that was RJ Barrett. I was like, if we're in the half court, I'm going right to my advantage, which is 99 dark matter Siakam against 88 Ruby RJ Barrett. Now in the fast break, you just do whatever do. Steph in the building. And he already left the match. You get what I'm saying? That's a rage quit right there or whatever. He already left the match. Appreciate you guys checking out the video, man. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. It'd be greatly appreciated. And definitely leave a like as well. Hope you get a whole lot more wins. Good luck to you. Peace and love.